Hey there, Zilkum. I'm gonna try and have a stream that's got video. It seems to be uncooperative at the moment. So, what just happened was I just had an epic fight that I won against a ton of... against a ton of creatures. And after winning this epic fight, I then moved on to a different area where I eventually died and discovered that none of the previous fight had been auto-saved, and of course there wasn't a save point afterwards. I'm going up the hillside, and apparently fighting was the wrong move. I just need to run. So we're going to try running and see how that goes. I'm going to try Coward's route. But first, I'm going to have to actually make it up this hill, because I was so distracted by the fact that, oh, crap, it didn't save any of that other stuff that at the beginning of this fight, before this had even started. So we're gonna try the Coward's route. We're gonna grab as many herbs as we can and just try running through this, rather than actually taking on all of these stalkers. So yeah, I had set up like shock bombs all around this area and fought the stalkers. And through the use of tons of shock bombs, yeah, of course I couldn't silent strike. Why would I be able to silent strike? It's silly of me to even try. And the game's now going to be like, why are you even trying to go this way, bro? This is the wrong direction. Okay, what is the correct direction, game? What way do you want me to go? Since that's the wrong way. What is the correct way? Yeah. Well, at least I lost that one where I died like I half died like right at the beginning. Okay. So Coward's route. Coward's route is going to be tough because I'm going to have to just rush through there without actually looking where I'm going at all. But that's my option. If I don't have autosave, then I can't just waste tons of resources fighting everything along the way. I'm just gonna have to run through there. Yeah. Well, it's part of the like design of the game. Like my friend Ross, he makes games for a living, and he was talking about how this is just freaking archaic. This is like games haven't done this in like 20-something years.
Watchers on the other side.
Because it's obnoxious trying to play a game that does this. You know? You're like inflating the difficulty just because. Save points are just inflating difficulty because of poor game design. It's not because of like some kind of, oh, this is this cool game mechanic, you know, we're made it a little harder. It's like, no, it's just poor game design. Alright, so let's try to get around this. I'm just gonna skip that thing, that's a freaking trap. I wonder what happens if I just hop across here. 'Cause it gives me that option. That's where I'm trying to head, is over there.
That'll help.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, come on. Give me the frickin'... I'm trying to get healing stuff, and the game is like, you can't pick it up. You're not close enough. I call BS. That was definitely close enough. Are you freaking kidding me? Come on. Thank you.
Do they think they're guarding Gaia?
I doubt they think at all. More like an instinct, gathering them to her grave.
You guys see nothing. I was hidden. Frickin' cheap. Could you not? I have to fight you, huh? I have to fight you? I have to fight you. Please autosave.
Guessing that I'm almost there.
Correct.
Sometimes the coward's route is the only option. How do you want me to get up there?
Just stay out of their way for now.
Coward's route. Sometimes that's the only way to get through something.
Sacrifice. It did this. Cracked the inside of the mountain like it was an egg.
Yes, yes. Quickly now. I've prepared the way ahead for you.
Really?
So
You did a
you've been
great
here
job so
before.
far.
To a point. You'll see.
You made a climbing path for me, but left an army of machines for me to deal with?
Thank you.
Since when were machines any obstacle for you? If you could fly, I wouldn't have bothered with the climbing path either.
Don't look down. Don't look down.
Oh, is there a down? I hadn't noticed. Oh, there's a way into something over that way. Gaia Prime.
This is exactly the kind of place I expected to find you in, Silence.
Thank you.
Indeed.
It's one of many workshops I've constructed over the years. For years, I tried to get through this hatch. I drilled, I burned, I blasted. But we both know that you won't have any trouble getting through.
You make it sound like I should apologize.
Not at all. It never occurred to me that the way through would not be with force, but with a key. A key in human form. The failure of imagination was mine, not yours.
In her message, Gaia said we could restore her, but after seeing the damage, how could that be?
She said any effort to repair her must come after Hades is destroyed. I concur.
Indeed.
Rebuilding the terraforming system now might allow Hades to use it as a weapon.
Right.
Because of Gaia's sacrifice, it has been forced to search for means that are less convenient.
But do you think it's even possible to restore Gaia?
Well, you know what the Cauldrons are capable of. How they fabricate any technology necessary to create a machine. By the same principle, it should be possible to replicate every technology necessary to repair Gaia.
True.
But that would take years. And we're counting the time we have left by the hour.
Time. Actually, here.
Why? My presence is unnecessary. You don't need my help to pass through this door. You were the one born to do this, not me.
I am the chosen one.
Looks like you've spent a lot of time here.
19 years ago, a great explosion destroyed this mountain. Gaia's death, your birth. The echo could be heard as far as the claim. Ash darkened the skies. How they fretted in Meridian as they tried to read this omen. The crater burned for weeks, but when it cooled, I was the first to behold what lay within. Over time, the machines closed ranks to protect it. Useful. Soon, no one dared to come here. Except me.
Alright, well, let's go.
Time for me to head in.
Yes. When you find the Master Override, you will gain the power to defeat Hades.
Cool.
Everything depends on you.
And yes, I agree. It would be pretty great if I could actually, like, defeat the birds and ride them. That'd be great.
Genetic identity confirmed. Entry authorized. Greetings, Dr. Sobeck. Please proceed.
Wouldn't Elizabeth know that she's cleared? I don't...
Mind your footing.
Now, this is one of those times where the game is explaining things because exposition, because the audience needs to know, but it doesn't actually make sense. Yeah. Gaia Prime arrival.
Logging arrivals. Shan Margot.
Welcome to Frozen Hell. Population 10.
11 counting Gaia.
Don't count your chicken embryos before they're incubated, hon. She's still firing up. Be a while before you eat that omelet.
I'm vegan, Travis. You think we'd worked in the same secret base long enough for you to notice?
We weren't scheduled to shack up here for another 3 weeks. You realize I just lost 350 kilos of pre-code smut comics in transit.
Wait,
Wow.
actual physical media? Why didn't you have it digitized?
Can't beat the feel of physical media on your fingers. And in here, we ain't gonna be touching a whole lot else.
Yeah.
Figured I was gonna pass the time archiving them. What about you?
Me? Work, I guess. My task queue stretches out for like 3 years. There's a lot of sharp edges to round off. After that, I hadn't really thought about it.
Oh, you will. You're what, 30? Reckon you'll be the one turning the lights off at the end. Food for thought, huh, vegan?
This sucks forever.
Nah, not forever. Just the rest of your life.
Can I jump over there, please? No? Alright, well, screw me then, huh? It's like, I want to get up that way, because I bet there's something, but whatever, I don't care. I mean, obviously I do care, or I wouldn't be trying, but I hate platformers. I really do. I have always hated platformers. It's like, you gotta hit it just right. No, not like that. Like this. No, do it right. It's like, ugh. Like, there's a certain point where it's no longer skill, it's just luck, whether you hit it exactly the way it wants you to.
Guess that's my way across.
I'm guessing I was supposed to be looking somewhere other than I was actually looking. This is like where I would hide something. Okay, what's the way across I'm supposed to be doing? I don't even know what... She's like, oh, that's my way across, and I didn't see anything, because I wasn't looking in the right direction at that time. That right there is the way across. Okay. Okay, over here is where I'd be hiding stuff. What's is this? It's a power cell.
This should help me
Okay.
get to that ancient armor.
Ha ha! Ha ha ha! Good stuff. Nope. Okay, I didn't die. Good. All right, let's go. Second. That's my second power cell I've got.
It's, held like this for 19 years, right?
Well,
Don't answer.
Okay. So yeah, I'll be checking that out when I'm done here.
Glad that's over.
Ground gonna fall out from under me soon? Come on, she just talked about how her near-death experience was over. That is exactly when something's supposed to happen. It's like, oh, well, my fall to my death isn't gonna happen. Thank goodness. That's when it should, that's when the real one should hit. Oh, up is the way it's supposed to go. Let's check down then. Anything down here? Maybe.
Not this way. Maybe further up the shaft.
Some tricks to get the armor early in the game, but it's kind of cheaty. Yeah, see, I don't like cheating, and I don't like looking up stuff. Like, that's part of the reason why I do so poorly in Final Fantasy VIII, for instance. Because it's like, well, really the only way to play Final Fantasy VIII is to cheat. It's like, well, I don't really want to cheat. It's like, well, okay, well, then you're not going to do well in the game. It's like, all right, well, then that's poor game design, you know? I'm fine with like something that you can get if you work really hard at it. But not like that's the only way to play.
This must have been where they lived. What's left of it. Once this was all enclosed by rock and metal.
Oh, what's over here? What's over here? This thing's telling me there's something this way. There is it. Is it in here? There it is.
Record. I just woke up. I see the numbers, but can't make out the time. I was dreaming of... I was giving a lecture in Q Hall. Maybe it was something more shamanistic. I don't know. An audience of shadowy faces under a blank open sky. I told them the world ended with a bang. A plague of robots. The last humans. We went out, not with a whimper, but a whisper. you know, in caves, ending like we started, huddled around a flickering glow. The heads of state, the Fortune 5s, the leaders, lottery winners, and life cults, all of them buried in their little shelters. Some believing they'll live it out some way, somehow, or Elysium, or us here at Gaia Prime, no different. A multitude of tiny societies taking hold, flaring, dying. Some will be beautiful, some horrific, and none of them matter. Short-term civilizations. One last gasp before the long-held breath. Before I wake up, I know the audience is gone. I'm talking to myself, to a quiet planet, a barren sphere. Just Gaia and her long, long dreaming. I hope she won't be lonely.
Yeah. Yeah. Charles Ronson.
Evacuation happened so fast. No time to think things through. No time for goodbyes. There were lines in the medical ward. I told Tom Paik I'd be with him when he went under. But there was one last shipment of Paradiseidae zygotes I could get processed if I rushed. I'm still angry at him for forcing me to choose. Angry at myself for... Well, he died alone. And I didn't get the bloody birds of paradise saved either. All the time left in the world now to think. Gaia Prime's locks are sealed. Elysium sealed up, safe and sound. A distance of miles, but it might as well be on the other side of the galaxy. All the betas and gammas and support staff living their lives. If I hadn't been an alpha, if things had gone differently, I could have been there. Instead, I'm spending the rest of my unnatural life in here with people I don't even like.
Aww.
And without the one I would have gladly spent my life with. Given a chance. 2 hours since I signed off on the final executables, and I'm already a bitter old man bitching to his focus. There's a thought for future generations.
And yes, I agree 100%. You need to have all the tools you need to win whatever you need to win at your disposal when you need it. And I know several different ways different games have handled it. A lot of times they'll just give you whatever you need, like right before you need it. Zelda, Legend of Zelda comes to mind, where it's like, oh, you found a bomb. Hey, look, it's a creature where the only way to beat it is using the bomb. That kind of thing. Not just bad at the game. Well, that's a possibility. You have to accept that as a possibility. But no, I think the game needs to have where any fight is possible to advance beyond. Not necessarily win. Like right here, where I'm just running past all the creatures. If that's an option, that's fine. Then whatever. Hey, if you don't have what you need, at least you can run. The coward route. That's one thing I really like about this game, and I've come across it several times where it's like, wow, there's some creatures that you just, it's like, oh, you need this thing. Oh, I don't have it. Okay, well, run. But it still doesn't prevent you from finishing, and I appreciate that. That's good.
Elizabeth's room. I know it. She didn't even get a chance
Right.
to unpack. These are her journals. Elizabeth's journals. And they're all destroyed?
Scan them. The Focus can rebuild them, but the process is slow. To us, it seems a powerful device, but its engine is tiny.
And limited. I was trying to let him finish his idea. Okay, Prime arrival log. It happened so fast, I'm thinking things through. I just woke up. Sobek journal. File damaged, under repair. Oh, file damaged, under repair. File damaged, under repair. File damaged, under repair. Oh. Come now. I just got some more pilots and new mechs, so it's going to be easier to build a good team to cover all the bases. Yeah. Yeah, where there's strategy involved, where it's like, oh, it's to fight this battle, but you could build a team where you can handle every situation, and that's different. You know, that's that's like in Mass Effect. You know, you can have somebody who can cast biotics in your party, and have someone who can cast tech in your party, and somebody who just fight in your party, and you can cover all your bases and get whatever you need. Might just be a problem in the start of the game. Okay.
And limited.
How slow?
Days, weeks, years. Concern yourself with stopping Hades and extending the future, and you might live long enough to hear them.
Severe damage, corruption from impact and exposure damage. So none of them work. Alright, we'll head that way in a bit. Let's look around. See if there's another way through. Okay, this is the way I just came from. Okay. Don't get turned around. Keep focus.
Elizabeth. What is this?
It's not like you're not enjoying the game. It's been so long since you're waiting for a new Mech Warrior game. Yeah. I mean, that is the ultimate test of a game, right? Is it fun? A game can have a stupid plot. It can have all kinds of problems. It can be, you know, flawed. But if you're having fun, who cares? Alright, so I can pry open the door. But right now, it's good overall. Just some things I would have done differently. But I'm no game designer or dev, so I'm probably just keep your thoughts. No, I disagree. I think... Everyone should share how they think a game could be better. I think that's absolutely something that we should do, because you know, the thing is, nobody's perfect, right? And so if you have ideas, share them, and you know, someone else can make it happen if it's possible, because we don't actually know what's possible. Now we may say something that's just completely ridiculous, that just no way it could ever happen. But you should still share your ideas. You know, it's kind of like science and how it takes inspiration from science fiction. People say things that are completely ridiculous whenever they're coming up with science fiction. You know, writers, they say things just impossible. But other people who've got the engineering know-how and the ability can't think of all the ideas of things that are possible or things that could be. And so as people come up with ideas of, hey, I really wish this existed, play a vital role. They are the ones who come up with I wish this existed, and then engineers will then say, oh, well, then we'll try to put that together, and here's an idea. You know, the Star Trek comes to mind. You know, they came up with cell phones. They didn't know how it worked. They just said, this is gonna, you know, open this up and talk into it, and somebody else can hear it, you know, somewhere else. This was back before they had wireless phones. You know, they had walkie-talkies, but they you know, worked basically from anywhere to anywhere, whereas walkie-talkies have very limited range and scope. Or, you know, with the iPads that they used in Next Generation. I mean, these are ideas people come up with. You know, people who don't know what they're talking about. And then someone who does know what they're talking about will go in and say, oh, you know what? You can actually probably do this if you did this, 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 and this. Not that they weren't listening in the first place. There are some really tight with the player base. Yeah, there you go. More and more devs start listening to what people want. Yeah. Well, and then there's the old... quote by Steve Jobs, which is, people don't know what they want. Which is also true. You know, sometimes you just have to show someone something before they're like, wait, yes, I want that. You know? So there's that end as well. But no, I think the dialogue is important. I think people saying, hey, it'd be really great if this existed is important. And I think, giving a chance to whatever the developers create is also important. You know, just because it's like, oh, I don't want to play that. Well, some of my favorite games are games that, like, when I initially heard about them, I'm like, yeah, there's no way I'm playing that. I'll hate it. And then I end up loving it. Again, I go back to Mass Effect. Mass Effect is definitely not my kind of game, but I loved it.
This is Charles Ronson. I'm logging this 6 hours after final deployment of Gaia Prime. This morning, an access port seal malfunctioned.
Oh.
Gaia Prime's port seals were designed to close with a seam of less than 2 millimeters. But this one closed with a 10 millimeter gap. Enough for an energy signature to bleed through. Enough for the swarm to detect this facility.
Oh.
Enough for Gaia to be discovered and destroyed. Enough to end the future we worked so hard to make possible.
That sucks.
Unless the hatch servos were manually re-engaged from the outside. I'm now switching to a recording of the event.
Well, I'm not going out there. Not what I signed up for.
Either we send someone out, or all of this was for nothing.
It should be Liz's decision.
So when is she going to get here?
She's probably already done it, bro.
Minutes. You don't think... Oh no. Okay, everyone. I've repaired the seal. Gaia?
Seal closure at 1.4 millimeters. Confirmed.
Elizabeth, no. We'll find a way to bring you back in.
It's not gonna happen. The swarm's too close. Really. It's alright. Gaia's complete. She'll take care of things from here on out. That's what she does.
Not like this. There's so much we...
Guys, you know me. I'm no good at endings. At letting things end, so, let's not.
So... happy trails, Liz. And, see you around.
Yeah. Take care of each other, alright?
Liz.
I'm okay with this. I want to go home. Goodbye.
Good luck against an entire planet of killer robots.
That was the last transmission of Elizabeth Sobeck. She gave everything for the hope of life on this planet. And we are all in her debt.
Aloy?
She's gone. Really gone.
Uh-huh.
You knew she couldn't have survived, Aloy.
Right. It's like 500
And
years
her
ago.
achievements were beyond exceptional.
While her people bickered, she was the one who took responsibility. The only one who could.
Mm-hmm.
She was better than them.
That's not what I said.
She was. You shouldn't be afraid to admit it.
Can't you just for one moment stop calculating and let yourself feel? She sacrificed herself for her friends, for the future, for life on Earth. Doesn't that stir anything in you? The generosity of it.
You're trying to invest her decision with something magical. It was a rational choice, not based on sentimentality.
You're wrong. Remember, she knew it wasn't enough for Gaia to think. She taught Gaia to feel. To care, to sacrifice, to believe in life. Enough to fight against hopelessness. If it wasn't for that sentimentality, life would have ended. You and I would never have existed.
Your argument is sound. I'm sorry for your loss.
She said she wanted to go home. Maybe.
What?
Nothing. It's time to go on.
I look forward to seeing what opens up whenever I use that other thing I picked up. Log Charles Ronson.
You'd hate it, Liz, but I wrote you a eulogy. I had to try to express all your children. After all Apollo has taught them, they'll think they know everything. But they have to understand what you did for them. How you loved the whole world so much. With an intensity that was dazzling. Bruising. And in the end, it killed you. Or you died for it. Different perspectives. No one could keep up with you, live up to you. I don't know, maybe if I hadn't taken that postdoc in Joburg. I'm glad you shot down the Lightkeeper protocol in the end. I don't think I could have taken seeing another one of you. I mean, Elizabeth Sobek. There's only one. I miss you.
Look, Liz, you're a pretty stand-up gal. I'm sorry you died. If you had a home to go to, I hope you got there first. But this monument Ronson's made to you? Kinda creepy if you ask me. Rest in peace, Liz. God knows you earned it.
Come on.
Hell, Liz. I know you're never gonna hear this. That's not the point. You got to play the savior and the martyr all at once this time. Great work.
All right. So we're going to hang out at this door. I'm going to pry it open. But first, I'm going to take a short break. About 90 seconds. I'll be right back. All right, let's go. Looks like something through that door. Anything over here? Don't see anything to my left. Don't see anything to my right. All right, let's go. Give me goodies. Another runtime check.
All right. Let's start over from Eleuthia 1.
Running integrity tests. Dr. Brochard Klein. May I speak outside protocol?
I suppose so. There's no one to stop you.
Doctor, you are fatigued. You have been logging abnormal sleep cycles. Are you suffering from depression?
Anyway.
Well, I am trapped in a science facility for the rest of my life.
Right.
How about you?
In a time slice of a quadrillion operating cycles, 10,000 are involved with processing the loss of Dr. Sobek. I have considered quarantining these processes. Do you think that would be wise?
I'm not a psychologist, Gaia, or an AI scientist. No. It is natural. At least in the context of the work you and I have accomplished, which begs the meaning of the term natural. She was your creator, the patron saint of this crazy endeavor, Our Lady of the Fervent Hypothetical.
Yep.
Even assuming a string of significant failure combinations, Zero Dawn's chances of success are greater than the hypothetical.
True.
It's called a manner of speech, Gaia. Take a note.
Okay, so search the ruins for the master override. Okay, so that wasn't what I thought it was. I thought that was going to be the way out. Aha! Alright, let's look around.
What are we gonna plug into their heads, Les? A whole lot of history? A whole lot of so-called truth? A whole lot of noise? It's not pablum, Les. It's poison.
Keep those eyes open. Alright, what do we got here?
There's another section at the back of the crater. Looks like it survived the blast.
Because it was armored, you found the control room.
I'm on my way.
Okay. Oh, no, no! And that's how Aloy died. Ope. So this time, let's try not falling off a cliff. Fine. I mean, that's not the way they designed it, but whatever. Come on. Indeed. How was I supposed to know I was going to fall to my death? It's like, well... Is there anything down here? Aha, there is something down here.
I've been taking a hard look at the project. In the end, it's simple. It's clean. It's clear. Erasure. Addition. By. Subtraction. I can make it better, Liz. With a single stroke. Make it all go away.
I really don't like the direction this is going.
Yeah, what are you...
Continue.
What are you doing, bro? It's like, what I need to do is just wipe out all of civilization. It's like, yeah, thanks. Appreciate that my sacrifice went for you to just decide, time to kill everyone. What's down here, I wonder? Gots to explore. I think around this corner would be a really good place to hide something. No, this is actually good world building. It's like, no, not everything leads to something, dude. It's supposed to be a giant crater that just evidence of explosion. Just because there's a way to go there doesn't mean that there's something there. Okay. Wow, it was openable as soon as I walked over there.
When I opened the hatch, the air rushed in from this side.
Because there was none inside the chamber.
The Alphas were in there.
Yeah, apparently that dude just sucked all the air out. Because reasons. Alright, well, let's find out how this got turned into a vacuum chamber then.
I'm locked out of core control. Alpha clearance overridden. What the hell is Omega clearance? Oh no.
Alpha personnel. Sorry to alarm you, but I need you to listen, okay? To what I'm about to say. This isn't easy. See, please, stop trying to access the system, okay? See, what this is about is, I said stop trying to access the goddamn system. What I'm trying to say is, I can't stop thinking those innocents, those blameless men and women. We're gonna give them knowledge? Like it's a gift?
Ted. We've talked about this before. Apollo has 3,000 plus fail-safe conditions.
It's not a gift, it's a disease. They're the cure, and we're gonna give them the disease. Our disease? No, we can't. And it's not too late. If we're willing to sacrifice.
Ted, it doesn't need to be like this.
It already is, Samina. I did it 3 minutes ago. I've purged Apollo. It's gone. All of it. Every copy.
A sacrifice? It's not a sacrifice. It's cultural obliteration, you crazy bastard. Millennia of culture.
I'm sorry. Really, I am. But sometimes, to protect innocence, innocents have to die.
Emergency alert. Venting atmosphere.
Way to go, idiot.
He killed them all.
So this is why. This is why we were trapped in benighted ignorance for an innocent future. Blameless men. He never saw the slaughter in the Sun Ring. Everything these people achieved, all the knowledge of the old ones, evaporated, turned to dust, scattered to the void, like the Alphas themselves.
No. not a void. When the hatch unsealed and scattered their ashes on the wind, it took them out among the world they made. The world we're living in. It's a monument to what they died trying to accomplish.
A monument to oblivion.
Not oblivion, Silence. Hope.
Claim the Master Override.
The Master Override. It's so small.
Now all you have to do is kill Hades with it.
Return to Sylens' workshop. Oh, this was actually a way to go. Oh, well. Serves me right for praising it before I finished it.
Good?
Try not to fall to your death.
Don't tell me what to do.
Override doesn't override gravity.
I'll fall to my death if I want to. Actually, you know what? Let's check down here. Oh, whoa, whoa, yeah, try not to fall to your death. That's actually really good advice. Is there something down here? Oh, that's this. I'm where I started. Okay, all right. Anything over here? Oh, it's Sylens. He actually made it over here. Good for him. Nothing over there, right? Oh, let's just go up. Oh, no, just go up. Just go up. Thank you. Alright.
You're here.
For a moment.
What?
Our journey together has come to an end, Aloy. But before I go, I think I owe it to you to tell you the rest of the story.
Go on.
Some time ago, I admitted that I'd been involved with the Eclipse. But I never told you the full extent of my culpability. The truth is, I was there at the beginning. I found Hades, Aloy, buried on that mountain, trapped in that shattered titan. And I served it.
What?
It promised knowledge and delivered. Such knowledge, you have no idea.
And in exchange?
I helped create the Eclipse. Helped it build a cult, an army to do its will.
Why are you telling me this now?
Because your success depends on knowing this. When I found Hades, the first thing it wanted to know about was the Spire. Not Meridian. The Spire. Now why would that be?
The Spire was created by Gaia.
Which part of Gaia?
Minerva. It's code-breaking module. Gaia built spires to transmit the codes that deactivated the Pharaoh robots, shut down their biomatter conversion systems. Hades wants to send a new transmission. To wake the machines, so they can devour the world all over again.
Yes. Based on what we've learned, that's my conclusion as well.
So the Eclipse... the robots they've resurrected... they're just a means to an end. An army to capture the Spire.
Yes. So Hades can exterminate life all over again. Unless you stop it.
I want you to tell me everything. Hades, the Eclipse, everything.
It's a long story, Aloy.
I got time.
Then get started.
It began with a focus, recovered from an ancient ruin, as yours was so many years ago. In my case, the device was heavily damaged. There was just a flicker of life in it. I spent weeks studying it, attempting repairs, until finally, I succeeded. A whole new dimension of perception revealed, right before my eyes. That's when I detected it. A faint signal. Out there, something was searching, just like I was.
A real kindred spirit.
I followed the signal to its source. A shattered titan, buried in the jungles of the Jewel.
So you thought it was a Titan? An old war machine?
I didn't know what to think. I'd seen such wreckage before. The Grave Horde, for example. But this was different. This was not quite dead. It couldn't speak when I found it, until my repairs gave it a voice. So began an exchange of knowledge. It wanted to know everything about our world, its tribes and machines. But the Spire was always its foremost concern.
What did it want to know about the Spire?
Its precise location, the surrounding geography, who controlled the land. Meanwhile, Hades revealed to me many of the intricacies of ancient technology. It bid me to recover and repair more focuses. Before long, I had a couple dozen up and running.
Enough to equip a small army.
The commanders of one, anyway. I didn't care. I was learning so much. Physics, calculus. You have no idea.
And the Shadow Carja? How did they become involved?
The Carja Civil War was a happy coincidence. A perfect opportunity.
An opportunity? That's what it was to you?
Yes. Overnight, half the tribe was in exile, desperate to win back Holy Meridian. Their religion made them easy to manipulate. All I had to do was present Hades as the buried shadow of their mythology. So yes, it was an opportunity. I arranged for High Priest Bahavas to meet with Hades. Helis was there as well. And so the Eclipse was born. Anything to win back Holy Meridian.
But Hades didn't care about Meridian. And neither did you.
We live in a world of fallen cities and vanished tribes. What were a few more? Besides, I was too busy setting up the cult's focus network to Hades' specifications. A thrilling technical challenge, especially with the alterations I included of my own design.
The ability for you to spy on them.
Yes. I may have been foolish enough to serve Hades, but I was never so foolish that I trusted it. I installed what the ancients used to call a back door in the network. Secret access, empowering me to monitor all activity and communications.
What made you turn on Hades? It certainly wasn't your conscience.
Actually, I was troubled the first time I saw the Eclipse raise an ancient war robot. With my technology. I questioned Hades about its intentions.
A little late.
Indeed. I'd already outlived my usefulness. When I completed work on the Focus Network, Hades summoned me to receive my reward. The next moment, I heard it broadcast my kill order. I've been a fugitive ever since.
So when did I come into this? Our path together?
When Olin stumbled on you. System threat detected. That got my attention. A kill order against a savage Nora girl? Why would Hades bother with that? But then I saw that this Nora girl was wearing a focus, and bore an uncanny resemblance to a great scientist of the old world. Helis moved quickly. I thought you were dead. But then I detected your focus inside the Nora Mountain. The more I observed you, the more convinced I became of your extraordinary nature and usefulness. Through you, I could finally discover the secrets of the Earth. I vowed to do everything I could to ensure your success. The rest, as they used to say, is history.
You've done terrible things, Silence. But you've also done what you could to undo them. I can't say you've balanced the scale, but at least you've tried.
To be clear, Aloy, I would do it all again. A few more safeguards, perhaps, but basically the same.
Really? So much for learning from mistakes.
Humans are bad at
I've done all I can.
Bad at that.
From here on out, the rest is up to you. Take my lance. Fit the master override to it, and you have a means of injection.
Then I just need to get close enough to Hades' skull to stab it in?
Exactly.
Oh, no problem. Silence! Where will you go?
Elsewhere. And everywhere. There's so much more to discover before the world ends.
And all this?
I leave it to you, of course. As it turned out, it was yours all along. I was merely trespassing.
Okay, well, attach the master override to the lance. It's a bunker door. I saw something around here. Oh yeah, there's several somethings. First meeting.
I traveled far to find you. I heard your transmission. It was you, wasn't it?
Entity is not known.
I'm called Silence, and you are. I don't think you'd have called out if it wasn't something you wanted. You called, I responded. Will you tell me your name?
Hades.
You are a creation of the ancients. A war machine?
Define timeline.
Time? Ah. It is the 13th king of the Carja Sundom's reign.
Define Carja.
We're getting ahead of ourselves. Were you created by the ancients? I wonder how long you waited here, buried, until I chanced upon you. But you're not going to get anywhere without me.
Titan Flame merely houses intellect. Define Carja.
Now that's more like it.
See, he's a scientist. That's what he's doing, is he's trying to learn, trying to gain knowledge. I can hardly blame him for that.
They're coming.
Preparations are complete.
Ah, Lucent Bahavas. Behold, as I promised you.
What manner of great machine is this? I've never seen such a thing. Stay! Stay your ground, Carja in shadow!
Incorrect. Bow before the buried shadow.
The buried shadow? I don't understand.
Did Ahriman understand the Glinthawk that perched upon the Alight?
It speaks scripture.
Ahriman followed the shadow cast from the spire.
To the mesa where Holy Meridian was founded.
You will follow the shadow once more.
I am a righteous man, chosen of the sun. But in times of need, the powers of shadow can accomplish what the sun alone cannot. Will you return to us what is ours, O Shadow of Prophecy?
An army is required. Obey, and Meridian is is yours.
Of our obedience, you can be certain.
A deal with the devil.
Task is complete.
Yes. The focus network is active, built to your specifications. Check it yourself if you must. I'll wait. But I remind you of the reward you've been withholding. Quantum processing.
Oh, man.
Data has been compiled. Volume too great for transfer.
How inconvenient for me.
Come before me. You shall receive your reward.
Very well.
Helis. Threat detected inside Eclipse.
Speak its name, O Shadow, and it will die.
You will eliminate this one. Silence.
Silence. Yes. A truth whispered at night is seen in the day. He was never one of us. It will be done.
And now we have a Grand Lance. When a Master of Red removed, obtained Silence Lance. We have 1 skill point and 14,000 XP. We are level 41. The Looming Shadow. Go to the Palace of the Sun. Hades intends to use the Spire to transmit a resurrection signal, recovered a powerful weapon, calling millions of buried war machines from their graves. When the time comes, Aloy must stand against the Shadow, but she will not stand alone. All right. Sure. Okay.
I have to tell Avad that the Eclipse are ready to strike. After what happened with Dervahl, I know he'll defend the city. The Spire.
Damage file repaired. Elizabeth Sobek Memorial. Got that. Emergency recording. Just wake up. Let's see the numbers. Can't make out the time. I was dreaming of. Hello, Liz. I know you're never going to hear this. That's not the point. I'm going to plug into their heads, Liz. The whole lot of history. It's a whole lot of poison. Hard look at the project. It's simple. It's clean. It's clear. It's erasure. Look, Liz. You're a pretty stand-up gal. I know you died and had a home to go to. Not a psychologist. It wasn't you, was it? They're coming. Preparations are complete. Task is complete. Focus network is active. Alright. Robungs have failed to find me again. So something was repaired. Repaired file. Okay. Just wrapped inspection of Gaia Prime site. Construction is well underway, reactor installed. Plans for control room remind me of starship bridges in those cheesy old sci-fi vids. Living spaces for Alpha's already completed. Prefab modules. Fingers crossed we never have to seal ourselves in here. Not that Elysium sounds much better. Spent last week in the Bryce site, designing ZD Project Labs. Drawing up protocols. The base we've repurposed was huge. Purpose for room for workspaces and residential blocks. The work crew's already set up my office lab. I'm not a fan of the glass wall. Guess Murray's intention was to ensconce me in an all-seeing presence. Ugh. Opposite effect makes me feel watched on display, tempted to paint it all over. Harry's recording the presentation yesterday, suitably bleak. Scheduled to record mine Friday. As soon as reception, lounge, hollow theaters, and first residence blocks at ZD site are finished, we'll start processing the candidates being held outside Tucson. 27 already. Extraction teams prioritizing Pac-Rim and Aussie candidates. How scared and confused they all must be. Snatched off the street, carted across the world, held in cells. Here's hoping they understand once they see the big picture. Going to catch a few hours of sleep here, then fly back to the ZD site. Harry's promised delivery of QB lattices by noon. Expect MK1 will take 2 weeks to machine, assemble, and test. I aim to launch Gaia at 0.6T grounding. From there I'll spin her up past 1.0T. Wondering how long it'll take to break the 1.3T record. Sorry, 1.38T record. MIE can go hang. Sleep. Ancient Armory. Time to go restore power to the bunker door. So we'll go save the queen. Good, save the queen. Into the Frozen Wilds. Okay, that's level 30. So we can actually do Frozen Wilds before the Corrupta Zone. Alright, well we're about to hit the Frozen Wilds then. Time for some extra content. Need to go restore power to the bunker door.
Getting goosebumps. Come on, Aloy. Not even that cold.
Welcome back.
I'll tuck that away.
So we'll go to the Ancient Armory. And then from there, figure out some other stuff.
Oh boy.
How am I gonna get down? How am I gonna get down? That's one way down. Okay. vantage I don't need. There is, however, a campfire right down here. Really use.
Safe. For a few minutes, anyway.
It would be a way down. Could you guys effing not? What's important is that I hit that save point. Okay. No, I want to... same button. Manual save and crouch. There we go.
Now I know what they're guarding.
Okay. There was nothing over there I needed, right? It really wasn't. Okay. Was there something over that way? Just hide. Okay.
Look out below!
Okay. I think I've taken care of everything that was a real significant danger at this point.
I'll find a use for you.
Okay, so from here...
Yeah, it's guarded all right. But I can get through this.
Nope, I want down, not up. want down, not up. I want down. Oh. I think I may have just survived. Egg salad. Okay. So. Where am I going? I can't even tell. Well, there's a person there too. All right, right there. Okay, I think I'm going to be in good shape. Locate cauldrons and override their cores to learn ways to override machines. The Osram Arrowbreaker outfit protects against projectile attacks. Alright, so what I think I'm going to do, I think I'm going to hit this armory and clean it out, and then I think I'm going to be done until this afternoon. Oh. First, let me trade with this guy. Okay. Okay. I think I'm good on all those. I'm going to sell the animal talisman tail. Okay. Well, looking good. Heading this way now.
Need them soon enough.
Alright, let's go in this hole. And of course that's what she said. And... well, I didn't die. What game? Can you repair the fuse?
It's some kind of code. Maybe there's a clue nearby.
So we got 12.
I think the old ones use numbers like this to indicate time.
Indeed. So...
maybe there's some more information nearby. Something that will tell me how this works.
3. And this is the 9.
Looks like each dial has 4 positions.
12, 3. Oh, that'd be 6, actually.
Maybe if I get each dial in the right position.
That would be 9.
Did it. Now to check the door. Those clamps have the armor locked in place. Maybe there's a way to power up the mechanism, release the clamps.
Ultra Weave Trials. Okay. Grid-based, turn-based strategy game. Warhammer 40,000 Battle Sector. Okay. Ultra Weave Mark 7.1 Trials. October 65. Trial 49B. Pass threshold. Results. Okay. Weave is not tightened properly on local impact tests. Need to optimize existing sensors to add more. Trial 51K. 10.565. Pass threshold 85 out of 100. Note, sensor optimization successful, but torso projection still lagging. Recommended increased weave density. Trial 53R 10.665. Pass threshold 85%. Note, getting there on the weave density and detection components, but an integration error on the left knee tanked the impact test. Ouch, subject isn't going to be able to walk that one off. Surgery required. Impact legs 13%. Oh.
Armor. From the age of the old ones. But how do I get to it?
Basically, I'm just going to have to release the clamps somehow. Oh, we already did that one. Okay. Ultra Weave Progress. General, you wanted fast, cheap, and good, and that's what we're going to deliver. By using a flexible nanofiber weave instead of plating and enhanced protection of a 400 EV hard light microprojector, we've reduced our testing cycle from weeks to days, and I'm confident we can get the suit out by next month with enough production to cover dozens of elite units at least. Better yet, it'll be half the weight, half the cost, and offer twice the mobility. All we need is the balance of our funding, a few more techs, and another experienced test subject. I know resources are stretched to the breaking point, but any more delays will jeopardize the schedule, so please advise ASAP. May God be with you and Jane in these dark times. Semper Fi. Major Garrow.
Just need to install these power cells. That should do it.
I need to gather 3 power cells.
These numbers. They must be related to segments of a circle.
Uh-huh. So I need 3 more power cells. I suppose I can't steal these other ones, can I? Oh, no, that'd be too easy. Alright, fine. So really, all I did was open up where I can see it. I need 3 more power cells to actually get there. Well, that's frustrating. Predictable, but frustrating. Yeah, my friend the programmer was also noting that she's swimming way faster than humans can actually swim here. Alright. Well, that's obnoxious as hell. But I did think it was a little too easy. You know, getting in there the way I did. I was like, wow, that's awful easy. Yeah. 28. Oh, Queen's Gambit. Okay. Talk to 3-toed Huadiv. Muad'Dib? Unlock the machine repair skill to repair any overridden machine. Use the create job function to help find specific resources required for crafting or shop purchases. The Minook Sickness Eater outfit protects against corruption damage. Locate cauldrons and override their cores to learn how to override many different types of machines.
The rain's letting up. You're Three-Toe Huadiv, right? Vanasha sent me. What happened?
I got hornswoggled, that's what. Vanasha batted her lashes, wiggled her hips, and promised us treasure. Clear a path for the royals, she said. Sneak past the garrison and skewer a few watches. Hardly a bother. Little did we know there was a damned monstrosity lurking underground. When will I learn not to gawk at skinny girls?
It's gotten better men than you.
Why do you think Vanasha swindled you?
My crew came to Sunfall because we heard the bounties were fat. She offered us the fattest one of all, enough to retire on. It's my own damned fault for taking the bait. Should have known I'd end up with a rupture in my useful parts.
So Vanasha needed safe passage for Nasadi and Idaman, but it didn't work out?
She made it sound so sweet and easy. Find the best path to the lake, make sure it's safe. What could go wrong? Turns out, a lot. Like bloody murder in the grinding jaws of a heinous death beast.
Something attacked you from underground.
Oh, you picked that up, did you? I wondered why the Shadow Kaja didn't pay attention to the pass. Well, they don't need to. A rock-eating demon guards it for them. It tunnels in the dirt, breaks through the earth, and blasts rocks from its stinking face.
Well, I think I've seen one of
I
those.
barely escaped. My comrades weren't so lucky. I might shed a tear if they weren't all cutthroats and cheaters.
I'll kill the machine for
Vanasha
you.
will be here soon with Nasadi and Idaman. I've got to destroy that thing in the pass before they arrive.
You're not too bright, are you? Well, we didn't last long against it, but I'll tell you what I know. It has armor everywhere, a little less at the rear. And when it goes underground, it will lose track of you if you're quiet. You might even be able to keep it from going under altogether if you hit its big crooked arms hard enough. That's all I can offer, friend. I promise to look solemn at your funeral before I hit the bar.
Okay. Well, let me save, because that's actually what I was trying to do.
Full already.
Okay. All right. Well, this was where I was scheduled to stop, so I'm going to go ahead and stop here. Well, quick save, manual save, and then I think we'll be done for the morning. And then I'll probably come back in about an hour, maybe a little more, and we'll continue. So, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day. You as well.